touching ground a few miles from Auburn, Nebraska. The tornadoes caused some minor damage. Fortunately, no reported injuries there.
Something many tend to forget during floods or earthquakes: what happens to the animals? Well, one Bay Area county is seriously considering a disaster plan for animals. San Mateo County officials tonight will talk about not just pets, but also valuable horses and farm animals. News Center 4's Carl Sonkin reports this is serious business.
We've got a whole bunch of different items.
Mark Macy owns the Pet Place in Menlo Park, which stocks a lot of items pet owners can use in case of an emergency.
This is a cat carrier.
Items such as soft-sided pet carriers, pet identification tags, and even pet first aid kits.
If a disaster hit, being prepared is important for us, two-legged members of the family. We've got to be prepared for our animals, too.
Stacy Fox of the Peninsula Humane Society takes her pets to work, and she's ready to move them if disaster struck now.
Make sure your pet's vaccinations are up to date. Make sure you have records in a safe place. Make sure you have transportation for all your pets. Have kennels in a closet nearby, so if you're told to evacuate in 15 minutes, you can load up the cats, load up the dogs, and everyone can flee to safety quickly.
Recent California fires like Atascadero here and the Oakland Hills fire have destroyed urban neighborhoods, leaving pets and livestock to fend for themselves. Similarly, the Loma Prieta earthquake.
We've got everything from dogs and cats to gorillas in San Mateo County.
He represents the county's emergency services office, which is drafting a plan to coordinate rescuing and storing livestock during and after an emergency. It would involve satellite shelters for domestic dogs and cats that have gone astray. Volunteer vets and wildlife experts would stand by to help. Farm animals would also be rescued if possible, and he wasn't kidding about that gorilla. The talking gorilla Coco lives in the hills above Woodside. Are you prepared for an emergency? While the dogs weren't talking, owners Elizabeth and Ian Lewis were thinking about disaster planning.
I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, because we do love them.
Her only concern, of course, how much will this cost taxpayers? Not much, say officials. I'm Carl Sonkin, News Center 4.
And San Mateo could become the state's first county with a pet livestock disaster plan later this year. Tonight at 6, Emerald Ye continues her special report on healthy pets, looking at how vaccinations can actually hurt your pet. Coming up next here on News Center 4 at 5, are hospitals and health insurers releasing newborns too early, exposing them to a serious health problem?